Yeah. So any doubts are there?
No, sir.
Okay. Charan, for you, any doubts? I told you to call me if you have any doubts. We go through the study material and everything.
Yeah. Actually, regarding theory, there is no
Hmm.
like there are no doubts, but actually in practice, I don't know like how to do.
How to do control testing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So no worries. What we will do, we will start with your backup control first. Okay.
Okay.
So that you will learn, and also for Josna as well. It will be a revision. So I guess Josna, for you, we user access management it is completed, right?
Hi Mukesh, good evening. Yeah, testing steps.
Okay, so for user access management, right? Hello.
Yeah, Mukesh.
Yeah, so till user access management, right? To test the user access management
Yeah,
control.
access management only. After access management, no doubts for me.
Okay. So for you,
Everything is
change
clear.
management, I will send you the material so that you can go through it. For both of you now, we will do the backup control testing, how to do practically.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Let me share the screen once. Okay. Okay, everybody is able to see the screen. Screen is visible, guys.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, as I we know that for user access management or any control, we need to prepare work report, and according to work report and evidences, we will check the actual control. So, in backup control, there are types of backup. As I said, full backup, incremental backup, differential, snapshot, and how the backup is getting stored offsite. Now, offsite means what? Wherever you are taking backup in whichever the building, you should be storing those backup outside that building, minimum 3 kilometer apart. Either you store it in the cloud, or either you go to the another physical location, but it should be more than 3 kilometers. So imagine, in my building I am taking backup. So once the backup is complete, I need to take that backup tapes or that backup device, and I need to store it, or I need to keep it somewhere else. Either I need to keep it like uh, another building which should be 3 kilometers long from my building. Okay. Or either I can directly copy that backup to the cloud storage. Cloud means AWS, Azure, wherever I wanted to keep. Now, to test all these type of backup, we will follow same methodology. Like we will start with working the our attributes or parameters which are there for backup control. So for backup control, the first thing or the first parameter is backup policy of the organization. So every organization will have their backup policy. So first, whenever you are going to test any backup control, ask them what is or where is your backup policy. Now in that backup policy, you need to see which type of backup they are taking, whether they are taking full, incremental, differential, snapshot, how they are storing the backup. Okay. What is the schedule for that? Means in 24 hours they are taking, in 3 hours they are taking, or weekly they are taking, and how many days they are storing or archiving that backup. So minimum retention setting is 180 days, which is recommended by the compliances. So in backup policy, these things should be written, that they are taking full backup, incremental, differential backup, or snapshot. Then what is their schedule when they are taking backup, which servers or which system they are checking, or which drive they are taking backup, and what is their retention settings, how many days they are keeping backup as a archive. So this is the first thing which we need to do, backup policy. Once we have the backup policy, then actually we need to ask them the evidences. Now in evidences, you can see we can ask them for the screenshot of the backup software where they are taking the backup actually. So to take the backup, we cannot do manual copy paste. So there are softwares to take the backup. So what we will do, we will ask them the screenshot. Okay, you are taking all type of backup, full backup, incremental, then you are taking differential backup. So give us the screenshot of that, that whether means we will tell them the date. So here you can see I have asked them for the June 11. Okay, so you can tell them the date, that okay, from Jan to March I wanted to test the 20th Feb. So give me screenshot for the 20th of February backup, whether they are successful not successful. So they will give you screenshot like this. Now in this, what we need to see, in this we need to see job monitor. Job monitor means whether that backup is successful or failure, that you will get in this job monitor. So here they are taking full backup, which is successful. As you can see, the status is successful. After that, they are taking incremental backup. So type of backup incremental, status is successful. Then they are also taking the differential backup. Again, check the status whether it is successful or not. Second step, once we confirm that all the backup schedule jobs or monitor are successful, where they are storing those backups. Okay, where they are storing those backups. So here you can see they are storing in offsite cloud. Okay, offsite cloud. So after taking backup on June 15th, they have stored this backup which is successful. So if you go down again, all the offsite backup is successful on June 15. Okay, second thing which we saw in the backup policy, jobs, scheduled jobs, when they are storing or how they are monitoring. So here you can see they are full backup June 10, incremental backup June 11, differential backup June 12. So their schedules, we will get their schedules. Now for snapshot also, so they are taking snapshot backup. So we will see those also whether they are successful or not. Okay, so these are the three things according to the policy of the organization. So here backup policy, what are the schedules, okay, what type of backup they are taking, whether they are successful or not. Now their retention testing means at the how many days they are keeping that particular backup. So retention is the means you will not get retention settings or retention settings for the particular period. Means imagine now I wanted to keep backup for 180 days, right? So I should take that backup till in the June. So if I'm taking the backup in the June 2025, then that backup will be stored till December 2025. So if I'm taking the backup or I'm checking the backup for 20th Feb 2026, okay, then that retention settings will come after 6 months. So for those you cannot verify with the software. Only thing you can verify for the retention setting is the backup policy, where they will mention that whether they are storing for 180 days or not. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt is there?
No, no, no.
Okay. Now, as I said, testing methodology, what we need to see, monitor back job, the backup job, whether it is success or failure. So in the evidence, we will check whether it is successful or failure. If it is successful, no need to do anything. But if it is a failure, then you need to ask them what you did. If the job is failure, suppose full backup is successful, incremental backup is failure, or both backups are failure instead of successful. So you need to ask them that why this backup got failed and what you did after that, whether you rerun the job or where you take the manual backup. If they told you we rerun the job, then we need to ask those evidences again. If they told you we took the manual backup, then you need to ask them show me the evidence or screenshot where you have stored the manual backup. Okay, so in case of failure only. Successful, no need to do anything. After that, restore and validate the data integrity. Now restore testing, as I said, restore testing, when it will be done, it will be done after retention period, after the 6 months or 180 days. So what we will do in this, we will check whether the backup which is taken before 6 months, they are able to use that backup or they are able to use that data. Okay, so we will ask that when you restore that. So they will provide the again screenshot like this only, that in that you will see that restoration backup successful, or here you can see the job monitor backup is successful, here it will come restoration successful. That's it, there is no other difference, restoration settings or restoration backup. But it should be for 6 month back. Okay, so imagine if I'm taking a backup at June, I should see those settings, or I should see those restoration in the December 2025 report. Okay, not before that, because recommended retention settings are 180 days. Now some organization can reduce those settings as well, they can keep it 90 days or they can increase it to 1 year also, depend upon the organization. So that's why we will verify first the backup policy, then restoration test if any things are anomalies or a miss backup in audit logs. Now in audit logs means, if you see here closely, the logs you can see here in the job monitor, there are logs. So if you click on the logs, you will see that if any backup is fail or not. So you can see here these logs, okay, whether those backup jobs are fail or not. So in the logs you will see that if you see that it is a fail, so here red mark will come. If it is a fail, it is come as a red mark, or a question mark will come. That is your evidence that it is a fail. So you need to check that only. Okay, and then screenshot evidences for each backup type. So we have a screenshot evidences which is taken for each backup type. So this way we will test the backup control. Now we have tested all the backup with the evidences. Okay, up to now any doubt is there? No doubt? Okay, okay, if no doubt is there, then you can write summary directly, or else you want to give any recommendation you can give it. Otherwise write a summary, that what is your conclusion, whether all backups are successful, any anomalies you are finding, any recommendations. So if it is any case is there, you can write there your conclusion, and then your work report is finished. So this way for backup control, same way like user access control, change management, backup control, get the evidence, test the control, write the work report. This is what the job actually you will perform. Any doubt for Charan on Josna?
Yeah, these reports are same for every
Yes,
like access
yes,
and change
yes.
management
So
for
work
all.
report, yes, work report will be same for access management, change management, backup operations.
Okay,
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 only the template will be different according to the companies. So this is my company format, EY
okay,
will have a different format, Deloitte will have a different format, PwC will have a different format, but they will provide you the format.
okay, okay,
So this will be ready made provided, this Excel sheet. You just need to check evidence and do the control testing whether it is pass or fail.
okay, okay.
Clear? Any other doubt? Anyone, any doubt?
Sir.
Please
Oh,
repeat once again, Mukesh.
which part?
Means in evidence it is showing successful, right?
Hmm. So
Every
here,
time it shows successful only.
no, that is what I
It
written
does.
here. Sometimes it will be failure also. So you can
Okay.
see monitor backup job success failure. So
Okay.
you will give them the date. If that date, in those date, suppose you have given 20th Feb, right? In that date, if the status is failure, then what you need to do? You need to ask them why it is failed. And if they told you we rerun the job or we took the manual backup, then ask those evidences, those screenshots. Okay. So most of the time, 99% time it will be successful. It won't fail. But in case it fails, then you need to do this activity. Backup jobs are very strictly monitored jobs. They won't fail 99.99%. They won't fail. But still, if you found any failure, then what you need to do? You need to ask this person who is giving you the evidence that why it is failed and what you did after that. Got it?
Okay.
Any other doubts?
Like, who will provide these evidences?
Control owner in this case, who is handling backup admin
Oh,
team, right? So they are your
okay,
control owners. In user access management, HR, system admin is your control owner. In change management, that could be developer, system admin, whoever who is doing the change, right? So what you are testing, based on that your control owner will be defined, and that control owner will give you this information.
okay, okay.
Any other things? Anyone? No? Now, Charan, you have any doubt to create work reports?
No, but like,
Hmm.
how will they ask? Like, on what basis we have to create this work report?
In this evidence basis, these are the controls which we are testing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So these are the evidences, whether these control, these lines are passing or not with the evidence. So always remember which is the testing methodology in change management also, in user access also, in your
Okay,
backup also. These are the universal criterias.
okay,
They
okay.
won't
They
change
won't
for
change.
any
Yeah.
company.
Okay,
Wherever you go, any country, any company, they won't change.
okay,
So
okay.
you will test against these criterias only. Done?
Yeah, yeah. Done, done.
Okay. So now we will move on to the next, which is our system development lifecycle. Now, system development lifecycle is the coder's mainly job. Okay, means who will be developing the software diagrams, their the flow charts, okay, their controls or the testers. So those will have this particular system development lifecycle. So it is a program development, as I said. So we are not doing the system development lifecycle or a software development lifecycle, because if you are know that how to code or how to develop a software, then it is fine. But what we need to do in this software development lifecycle is this only. Whatever changes are appropriate requested, this. So SDLC, even though it is a part of ITGC, we are not doing it. We are focusing on only infrastructure, not on coding part. Understood? So for your understanding only, or just for a theory, these are 4 points which we will test or we will understand. Okay? Those are the only thing we need to see in this SDLC. Otherwise, we won't test SDLC controls at all. It is purely for a developers or a testers. They will do this. Software testers, uh, which will do automation testing and everything. So they will do this system development lifecycle and everything. That is not our job actually to do. Okay, so the next is IT application control. Now, these are the ITACs, IT application controls. Means once is this is this wiki. So IT application sorry, IT application controls. So basically IT application controls will come into the picture when our ITGC is complete. Okay, if any organization doesn't have the ITGC complete, they can't do the ITAC or they can't test the IT application control, because application itself sitting on the infrastructure. So any software or any application where you will install on computers, right? So if that computer's user access control, sorry, change management control is not working, your IT application control will not work. So So always remember, to have a complete ITAC, we should have a ITGC first. Then and then only we can say, or we can go for IT application controls. Now in ITAC, we have three type of controls majorly: input control, processing control, output control. Same like your computer, where you will input the data, CPU will process that data, and then you will see the output. Okay, it is the same thing, no major differences. Now, only thing is that these controls are related with the ERP systems, ERP such as SAP, Workday, Oracle, or Microsoft Dynamics. Mostly the most usable ERP system is SAP. Okay, so IT application controls majorly having or majorly work on the ERP systems. Now how it works? So basically I will tell you the example. IT application control, when you are entering any data into the system, like any username and password, it should be authenticate first. So processing, who will process that? Your backup data or database will process that, whether that username password is legit or not, and then user will get access. It is a simple example of IT application control. Or otherwise, if you go to the bank and you credit 100 rupees in your account, okay, what it will do, that cashier will credit to your account those 100 rupees, and then you will get 100 rupees credited into your bank statement. Means your bank statement will increase, or bank balance will increase by the 100 rupees. Same thing happens here. Or this is the example of IT application control in a simple words. Input, whatever you are input you are giving, system will process that and will give you output. Now here major thing is that what we need to see is the data integrity, data accuracy. Okay, so if you are entering wrong data, obviously processing will data will be wrongly processed, and you will get wrong output. So that's why in ITAC, input control is must or important. Why? Because that is the entry point. If that is not the correct, all other controls will by default fail. Okay, so if you are testing input control, processing and output control, and if you found that input control is only not working, you don't need to test processing and output control, because ultimately they are fail. So in ITAC, input control is most important control, because there only your data will be checked or your information will be checked. If it is wrong or it is not working correctly, these controls will automatically fail, because these two are dependent on this control. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Who is Swastika A?
Sir, it's me, Kavya. So I'm joining from my friend's mobile. So can you just admit it? My yeah.
So I will remove her. Okay. Now, as I said, ITAC, what we do in input control, data input authorization. What we will check in this? Data accuracy and completeness. Arey, who is this? Who is Vicky? Who shared link with someone? Anyone shared link with someone? Anybody shared this link with
Yes,
anyone?
sir. Yeah, yeah. Actually, he has the class link, so I shared.
Who is he?
Vicky, which like your student only.
Wait, I will talk with him after some time.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
So IT application control, as I said, input control is important. Why? Because there only the input authorization will happen, conversion, editing, and error handling will happen. After that, what is the rule or how it will process, that depend again upon the input control. It will also check data accuracy and completeness, and then lastly you will get the output where we will check again data accuracy and completeness. As I said, if you are entering 100 rupees or you are crediting 100 rupees in your account, your bank balance should increase with the 100 rupees, it should not increase with 80 rupees. So imagine in this case, if you are entering or crediting 100 rupees and only you got 80 rupees into your account, or your bank balance increased by 80 rupees, so something happened here in the processing. So that's why we will check rules. What are the rules of the processing? So sometimes they will cut your SMS charges or penalty, something like that. So you need to understand that. That's why we need to check the authorization or the reconciliation. When reconciliation means nothing but your statement, what happened actually in my account. So that will give you the more information. Okay. Now in ITAC also we have a SDLC. In ITSC also we have a SDLC, but again this SDLC is totally dependent on the developers. So SAP consultant or SAP ABAP developers, you might have heard, so they are the ones who will do the SDLC in ITAC. We are not the one who will do ITAC SDLC also. We will just check or we will just test the control about application control. SDLC of ITAX will be done by the developers. Once again, who is the developer of ERP system? SAP developers, Oracle, or whoever it may be. Okay? Now coming to testing the IT application control. So here, input control, how we need to test it. Now it is very easy, guys. If you see this, how we need to test, how or what we need to do, can you someone read these lines and tell me what we will test here or what we need to actually do here? Your answer is in front of you. What you need to do here or what we need to check here in these three lines? Can anybody tell me?
Prevent from unauthorized draw logins.
Okay, but how we will check? That's what. See, how we will do that? Now here the line is written, control that ensure data accuracy and integrity. How we will do that? Or control preventing user from entering unvalidated information into the system. How we will do that? Or control that governs the data input in an application. How we can do that? Or how we can test it? Basically, not do, we won't do, but how we can test it? So as I said, imagine you went to the bank, you gave the 100 rupees, but cashier enter 80 rupees only, right? So 20 rupees he did something, but how we can prevent him to do that? So he should not enter 80 rupees, he should enter 100 rupees only. What is that mechanism? We use daily, these mechanisms we use daily. How we can do that?
Testing, or I mean, ticketing tools.
Mm,
By double
ticketing tools
checking
won't come here.
Okay.
while depositing, we should double check or cross check.
How you will do that? That's what I'm asking. See, once you give the money,
When
how
we,
much he,
when
sorry,
we, yeah, when we go to bank, if we deposit any money in the form, we will write it is 100 rupees in words and
right.
letters,
So imagine if you are
written form.
giving the 100 rupees, you will write a credit note, right? On that
Yeah,
paper, you will write something that
yeah.
100 rupees I am depositing. So if cashier also did 80 rupees, but you have that receipt, so that is what governs the data input. Governs means you
Mm.
have something that what you need to enter or that person need to enter. So imagine a condition where you have a SAP application or a ERP application. In that you need to enter username, password, sorry, not password, but username, date of birth, your address. So what we will do, we will make those fields mandatory so that nobody can skip those fields. Understood? or else we will keep a formatting or conditional formatting. Like full name means it should contain the alphabet only, it should not contain the numbers. If you are entering date of birth, it should be numbers only, it should not contain alphabet, so that nobody can enter the wrong data. That is called the governance in the data in input fields. Okay, and making those fields mandatory, so that system will not accept. If you keep anything, system will not accept. That we need to check how the data should be governed, or what are the controls related to govern the data. Got it? Any doubt or not understanding? How we can govern the data input, or how we can make sure the whatever input is there is should be correct only. At least we can make sure it. How we can do it? By making the fields mandatory, input field mandatory, making conditional formatting. Means if there is a username, there should be only the numbers, or they, if there is a full name, a person is having full name means it will not include numbers, right? So we will only allow the alpha numbers or alphabets, we will not allow the numbers in that field. That is called a conditional formatting. So user can input whatever they want to input. So they will just write like initials of their names. So imagine here Kavya is there, so KS, she can write KS only. Okay, fine, but at least she need to write KS. It will not be like she can write numbers in that field. So name will be the case. After that, date of birth, we will do the conditional formatting, that there should be only special character, that is forward slash, and the numbers. No alphabets will be allowed. That is called the governance, or governing the data, where we are inputting, or the user are input, or they are inserting the data. Got it? Are any doubt or clear it is? Any doubt is there or it's clear? See, ITAC is somewhat complicated than ITGC. ITGC is simple. ITAC somewhat complicated. That's why I'm asking again and again. Any doubt is there? No? Okay. Next, control preventing users from entering unvalidated information. Now, how we will do that? How we will make sure that user is entering the correct information only?
In the
How we
backend, we have integrated.
Sorry,
Maybe in the backend, find out
your
the.
voice is breaking, Kavya.
Hello, now it's
Hmm.
audible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe in the backend the data is entered so that if we enter the data, then it can
Okay, where that enter data will go, that
identify.
is what. But where that data will go? When you are entering any data in the application, where it will go? What is beside the application? So see, application is just a face, okay? Like we have mouth, we will eat. Where that food will go? Inside mouth. Inside our system we have stomach, so food will go into stomach. Like that, application is our mouth, where actually that data will go. Where that data will go, guys?
Application.
Okay, you have used any website, Google, everything, right? So if you
Yeah,
search
yeah.
anything in the
Yes.
Google, like you search anything in the Google, from where it will
History.
give the information?
Particular person account.
No. See, now imagine here in Google, let's go to the Google. Now this is Google application, right? This is Google application. Now here, if I wanted to search anything, I wanted to search, let's say Allu Arjun. Now from where this Google is fetching this information?
storage location.
Yes, storage location. And what it is called? It is called as a database. So
Yes.
beside every application, there is a database, right? So database is the thing where the actual data is stored, and application only fetch the data and show it to you. So in our cases also, application, how we can prevent users to entering unvalidated data? By keeping databases stored validation. So in databases, there is a stored validation procedures. So that will store the data. So when you are storing the data, database will validate whether that data is correct or not. Then only it will store, or they otherwise it will give error. Okay. So what it will give error? Data is not matching. So imagine you are entering username password. If you enter wrong password, okay, your who will give the error? Application will give the error or database will give the error that your username password doesn't match?
Application.
No, database,
Database.
because your username and password is stored in database. Application, what it is doing, it is just taking that username password, taking into the database, and then database is validating whether it is correct or not. And then it is telling to application that give this error. It is not
Okay.
valid data. Okay. So in the
Okay.
databases, we will have the validation, stored validation parameters, so that if user wanted to do anything also or enter wrong data also, they will not allow it. Understood? That is called preventing the users from entering unvalidated information into the system. So imagine if I wanted to enter the 100 rupees. Okay, I wanted to enter the 100 rupees, and that
అర్థం
clerk
పెట్టి
type in the
చూసుకోవాలి
system like
కొంచెం.
ABCD. It will not accept. Application will not accept. That is called as an
అయ్యో
unvalidated information restriction. Now, controls that ensure data accuracy and integrity. Now, how you will check whether the data we are entering is accurate and it is not manipulated? How we can do this? Guys, come on, guys. This is, we are using daily things, right? In mobile also we are doing this only. How you ensure that your data is accurate and there is no manipulation in the data? How we can ensure this? No idea. Okay, you are using phone pay, gpay every day.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Everybody is using, right? What happens when you do transaction? How you do the transaction actually? Suppose you wanted to send a money to number, you entered number in the
అకౌంట్
UPI
నెంబర్
or Google Pay.
యా
So what it will do?
విల్ గివ్ పాస్వర్డ్
No, it will verify that number,
యా వెల్
right? So imagine if you have contact number save as XYZ in your contact list and you wanted to do payment to XYZ, but once you enter that, it will show his banking name, okay, or her banking name, which is stored somewhere else. So it is checking the data accuracy and integrity. So now also you can try any number which is in your contact list. It will show you their banking name actually. It will not show your account number or your contact list number or contact name. It will show their banking name. Why happening it is like that? Because of the data accuracy. So in the banking system, their name is different than your contact list name. That's why it will ensure that where that money is going, that person is correct, or where you are sending money, that is accurate. Understood? So how application is doing that? Application is connected with somewhere. What is that somewhere? NPCI. NPCI is National Payment Corporation of India, and that NPCI is connected with RBI, and RBI is connected with all banks. and from there they are fetching this data. So application will fetch out this data from somewhere or where it is connected actually. Got it? How it will check the accuracy? Can you do live now? Anybody in phone pay? Just try it. Don't send money to anyone. Just try it. Take any of your contact list in phone pay or GPay and see what their banking name is coming. Are you checking? Anybody checking or not?
Yeah, after entering amount, just showing banking name.
Yes. So how it is coming? Because it is checking data accuracy. Without that, it will not give you the payment. If that name is not in the list, it will show this contact doesn't exist. That way we are checking the data accuracy and integrity. Understood?
Yes,
Any doubt? Anyone in input
No,
control? Clear? Okay. Now processing control. Now processing control is very easy because it is dependent on the input control. What it will do? It will verify that incoming data is correctly processed before it added to the system. Same here what we are doing, input validation. Okay, establishing rule for processing data. As I said, database will have their own stored process parameter that will check the data. When you enter the data into the system, before accepting, it will check whether that username password is exist or whether that name is exist. Then it will store that data, and then rules are followed every time when the data is transmitted. Now whenever you do any kind of transaction, it will do same process like what I said for phone pay. Every time if you do any transaction, it will check banking name. Every time if you do 100 transaction, 100 times it will check banking name. So relevant rule or the rule for processing data will be followed every time. Whenever you will enter or you will input data, that rule will follow. That is the processing controls. These controls are totally dependent upon the input control. If you are enter wrong data, processing control won't come into the picture. So imagine in now example, in your phone pay, if you enter any number which is not present or they don't have bank account, you cannot transfer the money at all. So processing control is not coming into the picture if the input is incorrect. So that's why I said, whenever you check input control, your 80% work is done here. Because when you input correct or where your input control is working fine, processing control automatically will work fine. There is no need to check or there is no need to do validation. It will work 100%. Understood? Any doubt is there in input and processing?
no, sir.
Okay. Then lastly, your output controls. Now output control is what? Again, how the data is showing to you. So imagine if you are giving 100 rupees to someone in your phone pay, you enter their name and you transfer the 100 rupees. What it will show in your transaction history? 100 rupees transferred to this person at this particular time, right? So you are sending data to whom? So that person is having GPay and you are sending from phone pay, still they will get the money. How? Because the data when you are transmitting, it will be between the applications. So somebody when you are transferring from phone pay, that person is receiving on Google Pay. Or imagine you are transferring money from ICICI Bank and that person have HDFC Bank. So what output control will make sure that whatever the applications are or whatever two modes are, those data will be securely transferred. So it won't happen like that you transfer 100 rupees from ICICI Bank and in HDFC Bank it will go 80 rupees. It won't happen like that. So your data between two applications, input and output, whatever it may be, that will be secure. So when you are inputting correct data, automatically it will process correctly and it will safeguardly credit those 100 rupees to that HDFC Bank account owner. Okay. Now output data gets sent to the right destination. Okay, what is output control means? So why you will get the receipt, or you in transaction history you will get the receipt whenever you send the money. What is that actually? It is a confirmation that where whatever data you have sent or money sent has went to the right person. Understood? And control ensures confirmed data is complete at a final destination. Means if you are sending 100 rupees in transaction history, also you will get you have sent 100 rupees, not more than that, not less than that. Again, this control is dependent on what? Input control. What you are giving, that's what you will get. Only we need to do is we need to verify that what input has been given and what output has come. That's it. That is our 20% work. Reconciliation, we can say it. Understood? Input, output, processing. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, other controls in ITAX are access and integrity control. Now, access control we have already seen. Access to the application, user access control, provisioning, deprovisioning, those control. Integrity control means nothing but the SOD, segregation of duty. Okay.
Okay,
Now, this comes the financially significant application control, SAP. Okay. So SAP have different modules. Okay. So for us, we will learn about SAP ITGC. Okay. And then SAP GRC. So in SAP also we have user provisioning. Okay, same thing we which we have in ITGC. User controls. Okay, then we have three-way match control. Then we have input controls which we already saw. Then we have processing controls. Then we have validation control or workflow approval mechanism. And then we have an your invoicing means three-way matching. It is a part of three-way matching. Now three-way matching is nothing but this only, guys: input, processing and output. Three-way match. Three things are there, those will match, means your three-way match. Okay. And then we have a SAP GRC. How the SAP GRC work actually? In SAP GRC, risk management. Now this GRC, this is generic GRC which we are going to learn. In that we have documentation, risk management procedures, how to follow complete risk register and everything. Then we have a SAP GRC from here. Access control list. What is SAP GRC? Access request management, ARM tools and everything. Then we will go for the SOC 1, SOC 2, SOC 3, and then SOX, end of the thing, where we will have a SOX control. Okay. So up to now we have finished our ITAX. Now we are going to learn about the SAP ITGC first. In SAP ITGC we have user controls only. So no change management and anything. Then we have a SAP ITAC, which is three-way matching. Again, we need to relate it with the input, output and processing control. Okay. Now, up to now, if you have any doubt, you ask me, so that tomorrow we will start with the SAP ITGC.
No, sir.
For everyone, it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have completed our generic ITGC, generic ITAX. Now we will move on to the specific SAP ITGC, SAP GRC, generic GRC. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow might be we will do it like this only, but it will stretch for 2 hours tomorrow class, 7 to 9.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine, sir.
Everybody is comfortable with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow 7 to 9. If any changes are there, I will tell you in the class only or in the group only. Uh, Link will be the same. We will not change the link. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will conclude, guys. No doubts?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
then,
sir.
guys. Have a nice evening. Bye. See you tomorrow at 7.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.